Hi everyone, in this video series I'm going to be covering my Genshin characters, my builds, and how I use them in team comps. For every character I own, this goes for 4 stars and 5 stars. Currently I own all the 4 stars that are available in Genshin, and so I feel this is a great time to go over how I've built them. If this series helps you, please leave a like, and I'm sure if you want to find any other characters that may pique your interest, please take a look on my channel, and thank you very much for watching. Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about Xingqiu. Again, like my other videos and my builds and my characters, this isn't going to be the best built Xingqiu, but this is just the best I have done with the artifacts I've been given, and it works for me. And I'm going to demonstrate some team comps here, only about 2 team comps that I use him in. Obviously he is an extremely flexible unit in Genshin. You can use him in pretty much just about any team comp you want, really. He's an extremely valid support in Genshin, and he still is very good. Even if there's units like Lan who are very similar to Xingqiu, he still performs very well, and he's one of the best 4-star characters in the game. So I just wanted to go over again how I've built him. I recently actually changed him, his set. So if we show here, he's nothing too special on my account. He's got 52% crit rate with 113% crit damage. To be honest, my other set was probably slightly less crit rate, but not much of an improvement. Is this better? I don't know. I'll briefly explain. Sacrificial sword. It's what everyone recommends for him. I've used a variety of different swords. I personally think the Favonius sword here actually looks the best on him, and it still works well with his kit. You just don't potentially get that double E. I would still, if I had a spare one, which I kind of do, but I don't know. I'd still prefer him just because of the aesthetic with that, but at the minute I haven't really got anyone else for this sacrificial, so I use that, and obviously it gives you a percentage chance for a double usage, and obviously we've got an R2 on this sword here. Very nice weapon, very good for multiple units. I like using on Layla and characters like that. Now I initially had a 2-piece Noblesse Oblige set and a 2-piece Heart of Depth set, which I believe is the Hydro damage set. I don't know if I've got any randomly just sitting here. My Traveler might have pieces of it. Here you go, this Heart of Depth, and that was pretty good. And that was just initially aimed at using an attack with Hydro damage and then a crit damage piece. And then I got 2 really nice Elemental Mastery pieces, and I tried Elemental Mastery, Sand, and Crown. And again, that was okay, but I was finding I think it was kind of ending up like reverse vaping. It wasn't really very good. It was kind of a bit mid, to be honest. It was still doing damage, of course, but I didn't really think that was best. And then I read up recently, for whatever reason, a lot of the recommendations now are to put him on a full Emblem of Severed Fate set, which for whatever reason, I don't remember that being suggested. So I was like, I've got so many pieces of this, because I farm this domain a lot, and I recommend if you're kind of new to this domain is a very good one to farm with both of these pieces here, of the Shimenawa and the Emblem of Severed Fate. It's it's very valid for a lot of different units in the game. So if I just go through here, it's got some nice rolls on this. I just changed some of these around, but this is kind of what he'll have, an attack piece with some kind of terrible substats, but it is what it is. But as I say, this is just what I've been given, and I've rolled it. I can't really do too much else in this. Again, I got a massive defense piece on that. I've probably got a nicer one I can roll for him, but not right now. I haven't really got Namora. Crit rate, got a nice crit damage piece on that as well, but again, got some defense piece stuff on that. So it's, you can see there's a lot of room for improvement. I've slowly gotten the Constellations over the course of playing Genshin for about 2 years now, and I've nearly got his C6, which is quite nice to see. So that puts his talents at 3, 9, and 9. Obviously, this is a 6. I would like to build this higher, but I recently got Yelan, and so to be honest, he's kind of taken a little bit of a bench on my account. But with that being said, I'm going to demonstrate 2 team comps. This team I just showed in my previous Yanfei video. This is one of my favourite teams for Yanfei. I don't think it works for too many other characters in the game. I think when I tried a Hu Tao on trial, this team didn't actually work like I wanted it to. But your experience may vary swapping Yanfei for Hu Tao there. But this team, really solid. It's all about buffing Yanfei. And obviously Xingqiu is just a really, really good support for Yanfei. The other team I'm going to show is unfortunately quite cliche. I'm gonna have to build it a little second here, and I'll leave it for the rest of the video. It's a scuffed version of the Raiden National. Now, I use this in the Abyss a lot, and I still use it a lot. I've recently kind of replaced him again with Yelan. The real Raiden National, I believe you don't have Jean, you have Bennett. But I just prefer using Jean. I have got Bennett, but I've just never really used him. Obviously, you'd get the double pyro damage. It'd probably do more damage, increases attack. Bennett buffs your team. But I just prefer Jean. More solid healing, and again, fits this team really well. I didn't initially want to use this team, but even if you don't want to use this, and you can change Raiden potentially for sake of Qing in some Cope, or even Ye Miko, but honestly, try it. If you've got these units and you've not tried this team, really try it. It's really fun. And the harder content in the game, this is, say, the team that I'll use. I clear a lot of domains. If I really can't be bothered to play, and I'm tired, and I just want to do the domains, use my resin, and this team is viable, I'll just use this team sometimes, because it just gets the job done, and it's quick. The rotation, just briefly going into this, ideally you want Goober going out, and then you want to, if you haven't got Zhang Ling's burst, you want to go to Xingqiu, use his skill, so you're adding pyro, and then you're vaping, you lay down Raiden's skill, and hopefully you've got Zhang Ling's burst, then you've got Xingqiu's burst, and then you go into Raiden Shogun's burst. You can mix with Jean's skill in if to group enemies up, and also obviously to debuff enemies, I believe, with her ultimate, with her burst, but she ultimately is there for healing the team, and Jean's healing is really good. So without further ado, I think my other team's already deployed. I'll just go on my usual run. I could go and do some domains. I've got some stuff to do. Actually, no, shall I go as this team? I guess this team, I didn't say about it before. This current team that I'm showing here, and I guess we could go and show it. There's no reason. I can do a little bit of a different video, I suppose, apart from being the same thing. I like this team for the Thundering Manifestation. To be honest, I don't think I've got any reason to kill this thing. Can't remember who uses the can't remember who uses this boss materials, but whatever, we can go and do it. It was Yun Jin was the Wolf Lord. Was it unironically Raiden that uses this boss? But either way, if you're struggling with like bosses like this, the Wolf Lord is another good one as well. But this team works really well. I mean, you're kind of cheesing it with Yanfei's homing, to be honest. And again, you could say if you haven't got Yanfei, maybe Hu Tao. Would Hu Tao really work for this? Possibly not. You could swap it if you say Yoimiya. Oh, I missed. But his skill, you want to make sure you keep using his skill in rotations. It is very powerful. It's one of these things at the beginning, so we got a second one there. You might not be too used to it. He's kind of a clunky kit. If you're used to, say, other characters in the game, his kit can kind of feel clunky because you're not meant to really DPS with him. He's literally just a burst support. You can see here, we're literally just melting this thing. Now, I am aware that the Constellations have helped here, but again, this is a team I've used him in regardless of the Constellations. I've never even... I think he's one of the first units I had in the game. I'm trying to think, do I need this for anyone? I don't think I really do. But I think that kind of proves it better than my usual run. I mean, this team is fairly easy. I know you say it's Yanfei, but it's Yanfei also being supported by Xingqiu. And again, this is one of my favourite teams for him. I guess on that note, I mean, this team's kind of proven themselves quite well there. Again, Golden Wolf Lord, this team again, Yun Jin, when it brings up the Geo statues, just use Yun Jin's skill 3 times as you go around. That destroys those, and you carry on with Yanfei and Xingqiu. And if you need healing, obviously you've got Chi, which is just insanely good healing. But let's go to my Raiden team, and I'll actually demonstrate it on what I just said. I'll demonstrate it on the Emblem of Severed Fate, because you would say this team isn't ideal for it, but This is a domain I've grinded a lot in this game, and I use a lot of different teams. You can use Syro, you can even use Hyperbloom in some form of Copium, but it's kind of, you end up, the enemy triggers the Hyperblooms, and I think it kind of works against you. But you would say this team, again, wouldn't really be that viable because Raiden's the DPS and it's Electro, but again, this is kind of just shows like the supports can just make it work. I don't know if I would really want to say I recommend this, but it works for me. It works for me, and it's really easy. Not to mention, this team is really good, taking down Raiden as well. If you actually want to do the Raiden boss, the domain, I use this team a lot as well. It's really, really good. But we've got some resin we can do. So I don't know if I've got any condensed, but whatever. As I said, if you have got these units and you've not tried this team, you have to at least try it once. Because I was like, oh, that's just cheesy. It's cheesing the game, but it's a lot of fun. It's still probably one of the best teams in the game outside of the Hyperbloom meta with all what's going on there. And I get it. Now you can change him for your LAN, and in that regard, he's kind of benched. But if you've got him, he's very useful. And obviously, there's definite use to having Xingqiu and Yelan both built. They're both very, very useful characters. So I'll just open with Zhangling, go into Xingqiu, I'll put Raiden down, and because we've got no energy, I'm just going to mess around with Jean for a second. I might even pop her burst, because then I get that charging up again. We'll pop Goober again. Seem to be struggling a bit with the old energy. Do I pop her burst? I normally would, but I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I should have. We've really come into this with no energy, eh? Fantastic. I don't know how that works. I don't know, like, is that left over from when I did the Abyss with this team? So, like, because they were all on empty. I mean, I guess it's an okay. It's a shame. I guess that's the downfall of it. If you haven't got energy waiting to go, you have to build up energy. And I actually, like I'm using here, if that's the case, I actually prefer using Zhangling. You can say cope, but I mean, it's still pretty easy. It's a little bit longer than it should have there, but just purely because she does so many hits. I did initially have her with the Jade Wing Spear, which is really good. But just doing normal attacks, if that's what you're going to do, it's again kind of cope. I don't know. It's just how I use it. It's how I play the game. It's how, it works. Once you've got rotations going on with this team, it makes a lot more sense. Cope, I'll keep that. I've kind of made a thing now recently. I need to stop holding on to purple pieces because it's really bad, but whatever. I'll go through them at another point. If this video helped you, please leave a like. I'm going through all my Genshin characters at the minute. I've still got quite a bit to do. I'm actually doing it in the order of my account, so to give you an idea, I'm currently down here with like Yan Fei, and I've got all these top ones to do. So I don't intend to do too much more Genshin content. It seems my channel's not very popular. I mean, if you do like my channel, please subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I need all the support I can get, because apparently my current supporters don't like this game, which is, I understand, I get it. So I'm going to do these guides, and then we'll see after I've done all the guides, but I'm still going to I still want to finish all these characters, and that's a lot there. If you look, that's at least 20 plus videos, so not done yet. I appreciate all the support, as I say. I'm just going to do this last domain, and I'll leave it there. And I appreciate it for watching. Thank you very much. Post all my content over on Hoyo Lab, and that's been a big help for my channel more than anything. And I appreciate all the people that support me over there. If anything, I've had more support on Hoyo Lab than I have on YouTube. About anything. There we go. Yeah, let's just do this. I mean, it's quite, as I said, it should, I know you wouldn't normally use, say, Raiden against an Electro unit, but it just works. It just works. Everything just gets annihilated, and it's a lot of fun. Really recommend it. Ultimate, like, easy mode for this game if you've got these units. You get anything good? No. That's pretty standard, unfortunately. I'd love to know how many times I've done this domain. It's a lot, but anyway. If you enjoyed this video, I say thank you very much, and please leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.